Good day, everyone. Welcome to this week's edition of the Vise Squad, brought to you by the Anadramas Fly Company. This week, we're going to tie a little caddis pupa. I recently picked up some caddis green turkey biots, and I really like the color, and I figured why not, right? Try it out. And this is what we came up with. So we will start with, this is a size 10 buzzer hook, barbless buzzer hook from Togens Fly Shop. And I just like the shape of it, so I thought I'd give it a go. And we've put a 7/64 matte black brass bead on there. And we're going to use some 70 denier white UTC Ultra thread, which will start behind the bead. And then while I'm at it, I'm going to add, this is Brassie sized ultra wire in olive. I'm going to tie that in on the far side or your side. I'm going to tie that in all the way down. Like so. And then we're going to grab our biot that I've snipped off. Now when you tie these in to get the segmentation proper, there's a little ridge on these pin feathers. Get that. Hopefully that shows up. And when you tie that in, you want that ridge facing up. And then when you fold it over onto itself, it'll naturally cause a segmentation in that biot. Now that we've got that tied in, we're just gonna build up a small tapered body. It doesn't have to be crazy because we got a pretty small bead on the front there. So you can counterclockwise spin your thread to uncord it. It lays down nice and flat. So we'll just go ahead and build that taper up. Alright. Now what I'm going to do is just grab my whip finish tool, and I'm just going to put a couple turns in there just to hold my thread so it doesn't keep slipping down. And what we'll do now is I've got some super glue here. This is LePage gel control glue. I like it because it stays where you put it. It doesn't run all over the place. So I'm just going to grab just a little dot of that, and we'll just put it all over the thread base, and that'll just keep that biot in place and definitely help the resiliency of the fly. Then we'll grab our hackle plier. We'll grab the butt end of that biot, and then we'll start folding it. And you want to make sure when you do that, that ribbed portion is to the rear. And we'll just wind that forward. And as you go, you can see you get a segmented body out of it. And when we get to the front, we'll grab it with our thread. Let that go, and then we'll grab our scissors, snip that out of there. And just a few turns just to kind of bind it all down. Next, we'll grab that wire, and what we want to do is try and follow in between all those ribs of the biot. Like so. We'll get to the top and we'll tie that off. And wind the wire out. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some dubbing. Let's make a little ball of dubbing. This is some vicuña dubbing that I recently got in the mail, and we're using its hare's ear substitute, and this one's going to be brown olive. So I'll grab just a little pinch of that. And put just a little noodle on our thread here. And just a little ball of dubbing. And we'll leave our thread behind the bead. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my bodkin and we're going to flatten this thread out. So I'm going to uncord it here by spinning it counterclockwise again. And then I like to take my bodkin and just sort of run it backwards on that thread, and that'll help flatten it out. Once I've got a couple of inches of it flattened out, that's enough. So we'll reach in there with the point of our bodkin and split that thread. Like so. Helps when there's not a bunch of junk on the end of your bodkin. So open that thread up, and I've gone ahead of time and I've put the CDC in my material clamp here and trimmed it off, and I've only used half of a CDC feather, a small one. I didn't want too much on there. Get it in between the thread and we'll gently let it go. And then we'll hold our thread back like this and spin our bobbin clockwise, and that will tighten that thread up and lock them all into place. It's been a while, and then you know that they're in there good. Like so. Then we'll just make some turns behind the bead head. And then make sure you stroke those fibers backwards just so they're not pointing forwards. A few turns. And we'll grab that whip finish tool again, and we'll just finish it off behind the head. A few turns. Like so. Snip our thread out. I'm going to add a little bit of Solaris onto the thread wraps here just to make sure they're secure. You can go in after as well and trim the CDC off a little if you think they're too long. Should give it some good movement in the water, I would think. So we'll grab that bone dry. And just touch the thread wraps a little bit with it. Cure it up. And that's that. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. These turkey biots, I really enjoy making fly bodies out of them, especially dry flies, which I think next week we'll do a quill body caddis fly that if you follow along with my Instagram, it's already on there, so look out for that next week. At any rate, that's the end of this one. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button and the bell beside it, and you won't miss any of our upcoming content, which there's tons of. Please go check out our sponsors, the Anadrama Fly Company, and you can find all their products on our store, which is fishingandoutdoors.ca for Canada and .net for the US customers. It doesn't cost you any more to to shop through us, but definitely helps keep the lights on for us, and everybody wins. At any rate, I hope you enjoyed it, everyone, and have a great week. Talk to you soon.